right, that's on to you, Mr. Aaron.
Oh dear. All right, so this year for me was strange, both in terms of how I interacted with games and just the year of releases themselves. There are gonna be a number of games here where I did not get to put a whole lot of time in, but they made a strong impression. Um, and so I'll have what I have to talk about here, and we'll see. We'll get into it. Let's just get into it. Let's start off. This is gonna be tough to manage while talking at the same time. Okay, let's get this up going. So the first game, we actually talked about this on M's list a little bit. My number 10 is Date Everything.
Hell yeah, you fucked that couch.
I sure. Actually, I don't think I did.
Oh
No, not yet. Anyway.
What did you fuck? What did you fuck in that game?
Bed. Shelf. Did I don't know. That seemed like a different kind of relationship.
Getting dirty with the shelves.
Shelf is one of my favorites.
Now that I'm watching footage of this game, it's like, okay, I think I get it a little better now.
Right. Yeah. It's a fun time, very charming. With all these characters, the relationships. Who is that? Holy shit, I need to go back into the game. They're not super deep, but it's very charming. Lots of a number of characters you may not resonate with, but there's like 100 of them. Like you'll be fine. And I had a great time. This is a good time. Fucked the desk, or I'm about to, or almost there.
He's about to fuck the desk, everybody.
Oh yeah. I went on an adventure with cardboard box, ship in a bottle, and the globe. We went into an adventure
That's
in
an
the basement.
interesting setup.
It was great. It was a good time. I love that. Some very tongue-in-cheek fun characters, and it's a light game. It's like, this is something you can just pop into and just, I don't know, mess around with a character or two and then pop out and you're good. Multiple endings for these characters, so like second playthroughs. Like there's, if you remember which way you went with one character, all right, now I can try with a different character. Yeah, some of the characters are hit and miss on how they're portrayed, but some people resonate with it, some people don't. It's all good. Again, 100 characters, you'll find something you like. So I had a great time. So Date Everything, number 10.
Yeah, the more I hear about the game, the more I want to check that out. All right, what's your number 9?
It's a nice casual experience. Like it. Oh, okay. This one makes me sad. Number 9 is a little game called Tribe 9. Now,
Tribe 9.
This was an attempt at a gotcha. Yes, you have heard of it because I've told you.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. All the gotchas blend together. Sorry.
So, this was a game. They were trying to make this a property. Like they were, like what they were doing with Uma Musume. Like they wanted to do something. They made an anime that was like a season long of these characters before this game came out. They were trying for something with this, and it made the list for me because the world, the story, the characters, and then like it has combat, kind of like action combat, like Zenless Zone Zero. It was as a complete package, like as just a full like video game. I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. It was this air of like, here's just some anime characters. You ever played an anime before? Here you go. Here's an anime. But I just got so attached. And part of it is that it's set around this fictional version of baseball that is like a city, is like as big as a city is the field, and you just hit and you're on third base, but it's like a building way off, like 10 blocks down the road, and it's made by or I don't know if it's made by, but it's the Danganronpa people, which you can tell by the art, had a hand on this, and yeah, an evil guy takes control and is going to kill you if you lose this XB game. And so I don't know. This game was a lot of fun, and unfortunately, it was not marketed really at all. Like people did not hear about this game.
I heard about this game by hearing
strange because they made a whole season of an anime show for it.
Yes,
right?
they didn't market the anime very much.
And it's like
It's really bizarre.
yes,
and the Danganronpa people, like Danganronpa is a big franchise. It's a big name.
you
Yes.
got,
Well.
there's clearly some production value here, and you got like you got people that people know, and here's a gotcha. If you want this to
Did they run out of
succeed,
marketing
get the
money?
word out. And
Did they run out of marketing money because they spent it all elsewhere?
maybe I don't know. I don't know what the story is.
Yeah.
And
that's-
months into this game existing, they said, "Yeah, this game's done." And so servers went offline in November, and there was outcry enough among the fans of this game that a number of people who worked on this game are going to do like they're doing writing and manga like webcomic stuff for free. They're not getting paid to do it. They're just going to, for the fans, write out the full story so that you get to experience an adventure with the characters and have some closure.
I mean,
So
God, that's always a bummer.
it's a bummer. Like people cared about this. The people who got to see this, and like there was something interesting here. And for the moment, you can't play it. People are exploring, trying to get like private servers going and try to make something happen. Even though they only got gameplay up to like chapter 3, and they had a whole lot more planned. But so
Nice.
they're still working on that. It's just this was a start of a theme for me this year of like the state of game development in 2025, and this was one of like, we are going to bet hard on this live service gacha game, and then we're not going to do what needs to be done to get it in front of people. Or, there's just a lot of games fighting for that kind of, video game among like 5 to 10 top dogs. And like, not everyone's going to win. If this game was a single player game that you bought one time, it would have been successful. You could have done something and marketed it properly. You could have made something with this. And to put the amount of resources that they did, and people who are passionate about this game, including the developers, to watch it die was fucking tragic. And I'm glad it exists. I'm glad it came to be. I enjoyed my time with this game quite a lot. And at least we'll get to see a wrap up of the story. The developers are saying, like, man, if this catches on, maybe we could revive it later. I don't have confidence that that's going to happen, but man.
You never know, right?
You never know.
I usually think that when they say a phrase like, well, if there's enough interest, we'll make it. But then I'll be like, okay, but you started making it, so clearly you thought there was like enough interest before, or if you're just trying
Right, but it's like
it's like more like a statement to like gauge.
It's like can we get enough?
The reaction is strong enough.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and
But
can we get a
sometimes
new
the reaction
people?
is very strong, and they still disappoint you in the end.
Right.
So I was like, so what's the point of the question then?
And can we get, maybe this game got a bunch of traction from its death, and hopefully we can leverage that to get it back going again.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Well,
And it's sad, but I'm glad it existed. I'm glad I got to experience it.
How long was this game online totally?
I want to say like
November, 8 months.
it was like 8 to 10 months or something like that. Yeah.
Oh, gee,
It was
that's very
not
tragic.
long. And
At least it's not Concord 13 days.
that's a very low bar, but yes.
I saw new copies of that game still or something, and I was just like, I don't know what to do with this.
Right.
They were selling on eBay, like physical copies of Concord were selling on eBay just as like history pieces.
Right. Such a monumental failure. It wasn't even like a case of, oh, the sales are bad. No, it was a game you could only play for 13 days.
Yeah.
And then hold the plug completely. That's a monumental failure.
Yeah, like
You would
it's
think
like
it would have
the
gone at least like a couple months before they just gave up, because you think of like Babylon's Fall and all these other like
yeah.
historically awful failures.
Mhm.
And
It's
they went on for at least a few months before they gave up. But,
it's like the people who want to own Atari on the or ET on the Atari 2600, right? Like it's those people. It's just like I need to own the worst video games of all time. Yeah.
reminds me. I mean, yeah, I've seen cases of that before. But yeah, that's a tangent.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep. All right, Aaron.
So that's Tribe 9. I was, making sure my list was what I wanted, and then I caught Tribe 9. I was like, how's Tribe 9 doing? And I got really sad. Every time I look at Tribe 9 again, I just get sad.
Yeah, and it doesn't have like the scale or the it doesn't have like the amount of public goodwill to make on the size that brings something like World of Warcraft Classic back,
Right. No.
or
Yeah.
Fortnite Original or Classic, whatever they called it back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yes.
so it's one of those things where it's like this is going to be one of those things that's going to be lost to history, and only people who remember it are those who still have memories of it.
Yep. Thankfully we have video of the game playing, and we have, there's someone that's working to try and get that gameplay back for like private servers, but how successful that'll be. But
I mean, I'm sure there has to be some legal thing that's preventing them from releasing the server code for it.
I mean, probably, yeah. No, we're lucky
'Cause, like,
that the company that owns Tribe 9 is letting the developers make their own volunteer thing for free.
Yeah.
They had to get permission for that, and they said, yeah, sure. This thing that we fucking killed. Anyway, all right. Number 8 is a short one for me because tragically I didn't get to play a lot of it, but that short bit I did made quite the impression on me. And that is Dispatch.
Dispatch.
I'm
Great
excited to play
fucking
more of
game.
this. I have not had the time to sit down. There's something about like I'm treating it like a TV show, and it's like I have to sit down for an episode. It's like, I don't know. There's like a mental baggage for some
the
reason.
presentation is presented like a TV episode, so yeah,
Sure.
very much so.
Yeah. But the brief amount of time I've had with this and what I've seen, all this, like, this is okay. The thing that got me the most was the writing, and specifically the voice acting is some of the best I've ever seen.
Yes, 100%. Full stop.
Just the little bit I experienced in terms of writing, like, I struggle with story games, especially ones that give you like 3 options, because like, I'll take this like neutral option, whatever, and then you'll pick something that has like some kind of direction to it, and the person says it in a way that you didn't quite intend. And this game so far is like, that actually might be, that better captures what I felt about the situation than what I thought in my head. Like, how did they do that?
Nice.
And maybe it's just because I'm a hardcore, like, deep in the middle millennial, and that's just what the writing is.
This game very much captures the essence of millennial office work.
Yeah, and just carrying that energy into other aspects, like just fighting with superheroes and stuff. Just like
what was the way that you described it, Bronson? It reminded you of some PTSD when you did a similar white collar thing once.
Oh yes. God, what was I forget what job it was, but yes,
You were
it very
dispatching tow
much.
trucks or something.
Yes. Okay. So no, I had a PTSD moment where I had a job for about like a month and a half in my early 20s, where it was a contract gig where I was dispatching tow trucks and dispatching like roadside repair, and like I just. Jesus, just the real moment of just flashbacking to like would have been 22 at the time, just like sitting in this office at like 9 at night talking to truckers and like tow truck drivers.
hell yeah,
Lordy.
that's great. Yep. Yeah, I don't have much more to say on this right now, but I'm gonna continue playing it. They clearly have done a great job with this.
I cannot wait to see your choices. I
Sure.
did discuss them with you in detail.
Yeah.
I gotta know. Obviously, the game is pushing you towards a waifu.
Yeah.
Which waifu are you leaning towards right now?
See, my problem is I know that the one I was interested in most is not a romance option, which is Demon Lady, but I also haven't interacted with her yet. So
First off, that is the most correct answer because she is who I would have romanced if I could.
yeah,
But yeah, let me tell you. But out of the two options you're being pushed towards, do you have one yet?
I don't have one yet. It's too early to call.
Okay.
I need to interact with them more.
That's fair.
But
that's fair. Yeah, no, me and Anthony went opposite routes. I went Invisigal, he went Blonde Blazer.
Right, so...
But I can totally understand why Invisigal is a fun person to hang out with.
Mm-hmm.
If a bit too chaotic sometimes.
You can fix her, Anthony. I know you can.
When it comes to surface impressions, I lean towards Invisigal, but I have not interacted with Invisigal yet, so it's just like I need to...
Okay, all right. Yeah, you're gonna... I think by the end of that game, you'll enjoy her. I'm kind of curious about a lot of things. The good news is that game is short. I think at most it's 8 hours. Okay. At most.
Yeah.
So you'll get through it quick. All right.
I'm looking forward to it. So yeah. It's bad. All right. Next game here, another kind of mixed emotions one, but was important for me to get everything set up and going. Everything's fine. Next game is Pokemon Legends ZA. Now, I'm a big Pokemon fan. I'm part of the problem, and I'm willing to admit that. That's fine.
All right.
Legends is turning into...
It's part of understanding the addiction is knowing you have an addiction.
Oh, yeah. Yes. And of the few I have, one of them is Pokemon. Pokemon is just a through line through my life. It's been nice. And
she wants to be the very best, like no one ever was.
Oh, let's see. You know, that's the thing I don't. The thing I enjoy about Pokemon is being in the world with Pokemon. I actually like battling the least. But that's the interesting thing about this game is they decide to try some different stuff with battling. And that's fantastic. Here's a new thing. Let's do something different. Let's try stuff. And I think they've stumbled upon something that's interesting. Something that we will most likely see in the next Pokemon game, mainline. And Legends is turning into this thing of like, here is a place where essentially mainline Pokemon can experiment with stuff. Let's try things. People are telling us to try things. Let's create a new, franchise. Well, not franchise, but a different spin-off thing to experiment with. And like, I'm thankful for any attempts. So I enjoy running around Lumio City and running around with my Pokemon, and it's just a good time. I have a great time with it. There needs to be more. It's still not the best looking video game, certainly not a game of Pokemon's caliber financially. So they still need to work on that. I don't know. I haven't seen if there's any change with DLCs or updates, but the fact that you can't pet your Pokemon is messed up. Come on now. What are we doing?
Yeah.
Had that.
I don't know.
I do like that you can go take pictures at the coffee shop chilling with your Pokemon though.
Yes, it's great.
That's a nice little thing. Me and Charizard chilling at the coffee shop.
Yeah.
My biggest complaint about this game is it does not have Snorlax.
I know.
Some bullshit.
We go back to they got to pick and choose what Pokemon are in until they figure out, hey, here's an engine that we can roll with for a long time. And here are all the Pokemon.
The fact and move list correctly.
They tried and then failed spectacularly, and now they're gun shy. So,
yeah, Blaziken's in the DLC, but I played the DLC and it's not very good.
Oh,
so I'm just like, oh,
yeah.
I'm not sure if I want to grind this DLC just to get a Blaziken to take into whatever the next game is.
Exactly right. So. Yeah, no, Absol is my favorite Pokemon, and that's a central figure in this game. So after the absence of Absol in Scarlet and Violet, I was pretty happy with that. Pokemon continues to have great character designs. I like this group of characters.
Yes. Yes, as much as I like bitch about the visuals, like I actually think the models of the Pokemon, the people look great. It is the areas
The environment.
that look bad.
Yep.
Yeah, the environment does not look good
This is a
at all.
perfectly fine, like the interior area. Like this is fine. If this is the art style, great. But like when you go out into the city and it looks the way it does, it's just like, man, all right.
Look at all these cardboard boxes we painted.
And it's like again, it's like okay, you're trying to. If the open world, like of Pokemon, was set up like this, you can see the vision of the future, but they're baby steps in like the most literal, almost literal sense of the word, of just like you have taken a small step. This is a good step, but you have so many more steps you need to take that, like, man, you're not going to be moving at the pace that you need to be to keep up with what's going on in the industry. So
Yeah.
I'm glad it exists. I think this is cool, and I'm gonna play more. So yeah.
Sick. All right. What's your next one?
Oh, next one is the mixed bag of mixed bags.
Right.
This was a game that exemplified game development in 2025, especially AAA development, in my mind, and that is Skate. Skate 2025 early access came out, and where do I start? First they got this feeling of Skate down. It skates like Skate, and that is the number one requirement that I was looking for. Number two requirement was a vast, very skatable map, and they did that too. And so with those two,
I thought this was
nailed-
going to be number one. I am shocked that this is this low.
because there's a lot of messed up stuff about this game. You know, it's the voice acting. They did not go for proper voice actors, and they got pro skateboarders to come voice established people, and these people are not voice actors. And so you had like established characters speaking very weird, very stilted, to the point where for the first, when I didn't know who was voicing them, I thought there was a good chance it was AI. And it was like bad. And I feel bad now saying that, because it's people who are pro skateboarders who care about skateboarding getting to voice characters and skate. That's a real cool thing. But man, like the old Skate games solved this by having the characters voice themselves, the skateboarders voice themselves, and then you got introduced to skateboarders who were current in the scene, and it was interesting and cool. And like when they introduced those characters in those Skate games, they would show like a real life clip section of what they did in real life, and it was awesome. And then they didn't, their voice lines weren't great, but it's like, yeah, they're pro skateboarders. It was understood. So that was bad. There are interesting choices regarding I will say that there's been some concerns about like the community maps that they've made, which have been cool in the terms of they match with the season. They had sort of a haunted house skate park for Halloween time. They've been adding like little themed areas, but sometimes they'll be designed in a way, and it's like players will come around like, why you have us drop into this spot and then you like having us land on flat ground 20 feet ahead of the ramp we were supposed to land on. You guys designed the physics. You know how this works. Why did you design it this way? And that's happened a few times. There are no hills. It's a pretty flat city, which for a franchise that relied on a lot of like downhill racing to get speed and to do those crazy clips that you've seen before. Not having that's kind of a bummer. But they counteract that by letting you climb buildings. There's like Assassin's Creed climbing up these buildings, and then you can save and drop and fly, and that's
I was
fun.
gonna say my favorite clips have been like this guy dressed like Jesus launching off a ramp and going through the window of a church while doing a cross pose. Yep, exactly. Mm-hmm. Yep.
And
it has been some of my favorite things to see in this game on TikTok.
That's the thing. There's a lot of fun there, and the challenges that they have all around are fun. But then okay, so here's the ultimate thing. Beyond the fact that it's bugged to hell, I haven't checked recently, but there are people months afterwards that are still stuck in the tutorial island because they can't get people out. Like, it's nuts. And as I told you yesterday, I went to go check out how Skate was doing today. I pulled up the trick list because I forgot how to do the recently added impossible move, so I wanted to go in the trick list. When the trick list soft locked, and my character was stuck in the world.
Ooh.
And then I'm just like pressing all the buttons, and then a pedestrian is walking along their path, and I'm sitting in their path, so I just am just getting scooted along the sidewalk. Can't do anything. That's another thing. The map is sparse with people and cars, so it feels very empty. And they need to up traffic and pedestrian to make it feel more alive.
It has the recreation problem.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
But
yeah,
it was just a shame because the maps themselves, like, in terms of map design, like this, there's been some really cool stuff in here. There's some like, I want to take portions of this map and go to like a landscape architect who's like about to build a park for a city. It's like, check this out. You should look at this. Look at this crazy shit. But the large problem, unfortunately, is that it is a free-to-play game. It is going to rely on people dumping money into it. And in order to encourage people to dump money into it, they do what a lot of these live service games do, and it's a chore list. Here's your dailies. Here's your weeklies. Here are your events. And there are things where like they have a shop of items and you earn currency to get it. And it's not like it's loot box in the sense of like, here's, 30 items in this box, put currency into this box. You'll get one of the items, but you don't get repeats or anything like that. You just got to work to get the currency to get them. But it's like, it turns this casual activity of going and just skating and enjoying the game as it is into a chore list. And now I feel obligated to go in. I got to get my dailies done so I can get the currency and get more stuff. And it just,
that's what video games are about, everybody.
It sucks. It's a terrible way to experience these games. And
this very much is why I value a game that's like so focused.
Mm-hmm.
Is because you could have had the focus of just making a really awesome, badass skateboarding game.
Yeah.
And instead, well, we gotta do this. We gotta make a loot box. We gotta make money. We gotta do this, but we also have to make it interesting, and it just distracts you from the mission of making an awesome game. Because like I look at skateboarding, and it's like this is not exactly what you call like major mainstream type of thing. It's like I think skateboarding, and I just think the 90s actually when they had signs. It's like skateboarding not allowed because back then people were skateboarding around shopping centers and colliding with pedestrians, and so they had to put up those signs. Like nowadays, I don't see nobody skateboards around here, but they do it in the parks where.
Yeah.
But so like I just kind of look at this like this is kind of another unfortunate victim of. We're gonna live service this game, but it's niche,
right?
And just could not live up to its potential.
I made a very concentrated effort this year to play less live service games. I busted like what were 6 down to just 2. Thankfully, but I also think that like in those 2 cases they were built for it. I think this is tacking live service onto Skate. That didn't need it, and most people who play it don't want it.
Right. Yes.
So.
And and then there's some bummer stuff on the other side where like skateboarding community has some people in it. Let me tell you, they, the modern game development. You make characters, and it's not definitive man or woman. Here's masculine or feminine, or body type 1 or body type 2. You can wear whatever gendered clothes you want, which means when you're trying to unlock clothes, you unlock a pink crop top sometimes. And man, that pissed off some real assholes in the community. They're like, and they're vocal about it, and that they roll that into just shitting on everything the game is. And it's like, you guys fucking suck.
The thing is, though, is like I think that is almost every single. No, some of them are a lot more vocal in certain communities, or the communities are of a certain size to where those people get a bigger spotlight.
Yeah.
Because like Battlefield had some female operators,
Yes.
and like you saw a bunch of people get big fucking pissed about that.
Sure.
And it's just like, shut the fuck up.
Yes.
You know, and I feel like Battlefield's so big that it didn't matter, but Skate isn't. So it's like those people got way more attention than probably deserved.
Well, that's the thing is it's hard to have a conversation with the fans of this game about the game because there are very real problems with it that need to be addressed, but you have to navigate this minefield of idiots and assholes that are also in it. And it's very easy in the current day social media to have this kind of just like, it's like a Reddit thread. Here's a yes and, yes and, yes and, yes and. And it's just like, oh, also everything sucks. Everything about this is terrible and it deserves to die. And it's like, no, what? What are you talking about? And they have a chance to improve this game a lot. I don't know, you know, how long it's going to live. EA and, you know, whoever owns all this now has put some further bad vibes on all this. Oh, hey, Blasian subscribed. Yo, what up, bud?
Hey, Blasian, thank you for the sub.
Happy New Year. Yeah, hell yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. We're just talking about the best games of 2025. You showed up.
Sure are. Yeah. All that said, I love playing this game. I love jumping in and skating around. It's a great casual thing to throw up while I have something playing on the side. I will continue to play this game a bunch. I'm glad it exists, and I wish the best for it going forward. But man, mixed bag, and emblematic of this era of game development where you're going in for like 6 years and then you have to release an early access and it has to be free to play because they want it to be a big giant hit and make millions upon millions of dollars, and it ends up tainting what's otherwise, you know, developers clearly showing that they know what the game needs to be.
Yeah, this is probably going to be another example of there is no right answer right now, because the right answer in the past, like 10 years ago, would have been make it live service and it'll be big.
Yeah.
Okay, we got the checkbox as live service now, and it failed.
Yeah. So I have this game downloaded on my PC. I want to check it out. Funnily enough, I was always the person who preferred the Tony Hawk style of game.
Sure.
So I played a bunch of 3+4 this year, but I want to give this a real shot because it does seem interesting.
Yeah.
But what's your next one? What's your number 4? This is 4 or 5?
Yeah,
5.
5. So this is my top 5 here.
Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun.
Hey, let me get this all loaded up. Blasian got a Switch too. Hey.
Hell yeah, he did. Great system, dude.
I'm having a good time with my Switch too.
You want to talk about stuff from this year while Aaron gets the rest of his list pulled up. Man, my Switch 2 has become my only behind my PC in terms of usage. Like, it's just so easy to pop in, to pop out. Like, in Blasian's case, having 3 kids, he needs a system where he can stop and put it in sleep mode immediately.
Right.
And not have it shit the bed.
Yep.
So
exactly.
Yeah, it got me to play Pokemon Scarlet, like a good amount.
It's true.
Because it doesn't. That was one of my big surprises this year of how much I was going back to old Switch games now that they don't run like poopy.
Yep.
Like, I finished Link's Awakening. I'm working on Pokemon Scarlet. I played a ton of Splatoon 3. I went through all of Breath of the Wild again. This year, I want to probably go through Tears of the Kingdom again. Like, yeah, he's addicted to ZA. I love ZA. But first, we talked about ZA a little bit earlier in Aaron's top 10 and Duncan's. All the facts, Sarge. Yeah. Anyway, we'll talk more about the Switch 2 later. Anyway, so what's your number 5, Aaron?
All right, we're done talking about the Switch 2. Now, number 5, Mario Kart World.
Yeah.
I like that. I was already I was worried about, like, I love Mario Kart 8. I think that was such a fantastic culmination of Mario Kart. And we were sitting there wondering, like, how do you improve on Mario Kart 8? How do you even go about that? And they said, Burnout Paradise. I was like, that's right. That's right. What a correct answer. I didn't even think you would choose this. What if we had grinding? Okay, yeah, no, you got me. You got me. Thanks. And yeah.
Yo, dog, do you want
But not the
wall
live service
riding?
kind. But not the live service kind of
Right, exactly. Yes.
know?
It's a game I am happy to just jump in and roll around for a while. And
I'm still in the talks with the Nintendo pals and dads to get us that Mario Kart night going.
okay,
Don't worry, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
Hell yeah. There's not much I have to say on this because it just feels like, I don't know, man. They executed. They made a game that I really enjoyed, that captured what I love of Burnout Paradise and Mario Kart. They did some fun things with it and got silly with the characters. It's like, great. This is you guys made a great Mario Kart.
Some of those P-switch challenges. Speaking of the Burnout Paradise portion of this game, some of those P-switch challenges are the devil. They're the devil. Like, I'm just like, how the fuck?
Right.
But like, I love that stuff. I love that this game, like, a lot of people who are playing it very casually just see kind of a lot of straightaways. But if you are like playing that game the way they are clearly intending you to get good at, you are just like, that's not a straightaway. I could take a giant shortcut by bouncing off that wall, grinding that rail, and oh man, I jumped 5 places ahead because of that. Look at this sick shit.
Yeah.
Someone on that staff was playing Tony Hawk Pro Skater.
Right. Yeah.
Someone saw it was just like, let's make Mario Kart Pro Skater racing.
Yep.
Well, yeah, and then you have the chaos that is Mario Kart.
Yes.
And now it's 24 players.
Ever be
chaos.
safe unless you're like one of those people who can just turbo consistent constantly.
Yep.
But like, even those people, because of the 24 players, they are just getting nuked 24/7.
Right. No lead is safe.
Yeah.
You just have all this chaos, and so you don't have like this dry racing experience that you probably would have in Gran Turismo, where it's just clean racing and etiquette passing. No, you're gonna throw items.
Yep.
And everyone else is gonna throw items. Sorry.
Yeah, and like bumping the player count from, I believe, 12 to 24 was crazy.
Yes.
Like doubling the player count, the knockout tour stuff, like just so I love Mario Kart 8. I think it's a great game. I like Mario Kart World more. I think it is a game with a higher skill cap because of all the weird wall riding, rail grinding, double jump bullshit.
Yep.
That is amazing. And then on top of that, like the goofiness of the costumes and the knockout tour adding a level of tension, like a battle royale tension to Mario Kart.
Yeah.
They kill it. This I need a little more time still, but this might be my favorite Mario Kart, especially a launch Mario Kart.
Sure. Yes.
Yeah.
I went about this top 10 list in a different way, different feel. But if I was going for like the most traditional top 10, this would probably be my number one. To be honest, like, this is just a different feeling for this year. Trying to emphasize a few different things, but this would be my number one in a traditional top 10.
I 100% this game, and I loved every minute of doing it.
Yeah.
Yep. So
good.
Oh.
Wonderful. Me happy to look at that game.
All right. Well, what's your number 4?
So number 4 is another mixed one, especially among other people who know a little more about it than I do. But me just kind of approaching it, I had a really great time. And that's Monster Hunter Wilds. I love this.
It's a great game.
Yep.
It's a straight up great game. That's the only thing you need to say.
I have a great time with this. I understand for people who are really into Monster Hunter and like are really deep in that franchise are disappointed with what this game is. And I respect that. As a casual person, I really enjoyed my time with it. I love getting with a group of people and learning how to how to play my weapon best and get the armor I want and learning the monsters. I had a great time. The story is not great. Let me tell you, it's not
It's
good.
very bad.
Yeah. They that is something that they've been needing to work on, and after this installment, they continue to really need to work on, like reapproach how they're doing it. I feel like there's some similarities to how they treat their world with how Pokemon treats their world, and I think there's a way to do it, but it didn't work with this. This was not great. But beyond that, if you just skip cutscenes or whatever and just enjoy playing some Monster Hunter,
And
man.
yeah, like I every time my big issue beyond story was of course the getting in groups together is miserable.
Oh my
Like, or
god,
at
that
least
was a
getting on
pain.
your friends list.
Ooh.
But once you're on each other's friends list or in your own guild, I think it's called,
Mhm.
it's super easy to get in and you can just have a great time.
Yep.
Like I loved playing with you guys. I want to schedule some time to do some hunts this year. I remember I did some hunts with my girlfriend later in the year and we had a great time.
Yeah.
We accidentally did the newly released hard boss,
Okay.
but we killed it and it was awesome.
Nice.
It was like she's like, I don't know, I just picked up this quest and we went to this thing. I'm like, that's the new boss. Yeah.
That's awesome.
It was super fun. Yeah, and they made the weapons feel very good this time around too. Like this is probably the best they've ever felt. Like when you break off pieces this time,
Mhm.
or you get those burst attacks, you burst the wounds.
Yep.
Oh, dude,
Feels
like those
good.
burst wound moves, just
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, so awesome.
Fuck, now I want to play Monster Hunter. Let's go play
Every
Monster
time we talk about the Monster Hunter, that's what happens. It's just
I have struggled to get into Monster Hunter numerous times in the past. The
Mhm.
first Monster Hunter game that I played and bought was Monster Hunter 3 on the Wii.
Hmm.
And I could not understand it because I did the tutorial. And then it was like, tutorial seems simple enough. And then you go out to Monster and then you're just getting annihilated.
Yeah.
And then I would have a family member be like, yeah, my friend plays Monster Hunter, you should join their party. And I'd just be like, I don't know how you understand this game and like look that amazing, and I can't figure this out.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of been, that was just what I primarily associate with Monster Hunter. It's like, I just don't understand how this game works. It's like I always need somebody to teach me how the game works.
Sure.
I didn't really play World. I didn't play Rise. And so like with Wild, it's like, okay, everyone's playing it. So this time, because everybody's everybody's showing up to this game, I'm gonna see how it goes, and I can happily report that I finally understand Monster Hunter.
Yes.
When you get a group of friends together, it is just the most amazing experience.
It really is, like, especially like you'll have moments where just people are getting chased. You're like, oh god, get it off me, get it off me, get it off me. It's
yeah. Now, of course, overall, I think the game was okay. Personally, I found the game to be okay, but at least like I understand how it worked, and those highs are extremely high. It's a little strange because like you can't. It's like Monster Hunter is so unique that you can't really exactly compare it to other games, because like I talk Eternal Strands, like, yeah, you can do the Monster Hunter thing of you're slaying giant beasts, but with Monster Hunter, you don't exactly climb a creature like in Shadow of the Colossus. There's like a very specific way you get on it. The controls are different. It's just like this very unique way of playing, but it's also it's very unique in its feel because of that. But not for like reasons that make no sense. It was like, this is how Monster Hunter is played, and this is what they have iterated on for a very long time. It's a Monster Hunter game. This isn't just some blob game that you just climb a giant monster and slay it, like Eternal Strands.
Right.
This is not a game that is easily compared to other games, because it is in a class of one.
Well, and it still has like that prep effect, and it feels like someone wanted to make a giant monster hunting simulator, and they have kept building on that forever now.
Yeah.
The real monster hunting simulator.
Yeah. And Yeah, and again, like I like when a game knows its identity, and I think at least from my perspective as a person who struggled to get into past games, I think this one very much captures that. And also, like, you don't have to like go out and slay beasts all the time. Like, yeah, when the game was running on the deck for like the 1 month that it was able to, looked awful. It was just really nice to just walk in the world and just do easy slays here, collect material there, and I'd be like, you know what? I'm going to try a different weapon. Why not?
Yeah.
There's so many different weapons, and you just change weapons whenever you want. So I was like, oh my goodness, the gun lance is so like every weapon is so stupid, huge, and heavy, and I was like, I don't like this, but don't worry, they got a solution for that: sword and shield.
Right.
But what about my secondary weapon? Okay, well, I probably want something really cool that appeals to me that isn't the sword and shield. And I was like, gun lance is so cool when
Yep.
you get a combo going. It is fantastic.
Yep.
That was me. Like I went from great sword to dual blades, and the dual blades, like stacking the bleed effects, feel so goddamn good. You're just slowly making it suffer to death, and you're like, yes, yes.
That's a way to put it.
They're big weapons, and you very much feel the punch of
Yes.
those really big
Yeah.
weapons. And of course, they're very unwieldy, like big weapons are.
Yeah.
All right.
So like, yeah.
All right, Aaron. What's your next one?
All right. So
Your
that
number
was
3.
Yeah, Monster Hunter Wilds. Number 3. Man, I'm glad this game exists. I'm stoked. This game is a little game called, my number 3 is Sword of the Sea. And
This game is cool.
from some of the people anyway, who made Journey. You can see a little bit of that in there. And yeah, they made a Journey, but you're like snowboarding, skateboarding through sands and activating nature through simple puzzles. And I just told you what Sword of the Sea is. There's not a lot to say other than it was a joy to play this. This was, it's funny that Skate came out this year after everyone's been waiting. Beyond Skate and Tony Hawk 3 and 4, we started seeing some other games that were, had people going up and down half pipes. And I was so delighted to see this made, and just the visuals, the vibes of being in this world and rolling around and solving little puzzles and, unlocking tricks and getting your whatever currency around the world. It was just a joy to play this. So, yeah.
Yeah, that game was dope. I'm probably gonna expand on it more later.
Yeah, you might. So, yeah, Sword of the Sea there. Number 2.
All
okay,
right.
so my number 1 and number 2 are kind of they're kind of 2 number 1s in the sense that one is very much like it won my heart, and then another one, it feels like this is what I like to see in video games more than what I've seen in other games. So
So kind of like my type of number ones, where it's like
Exactly.
one is more like it speaks to me. One I like more emotionally, but the other one is like the industry needs to learn from this.
right. Yes. Yeah.
They need to learn more from this.
Yep. So this one spoke to my soul. My number 2 is a little game called Skate Story.
All right.
This came out recently, largely made by one guy, with some publishing help from Devolver Digital. And this is another. What I love about people making skateboarding games is they always try to come up with a different trick system and a different approach to skating in a video game. And I really like what they did with this one. Hard for me to explain off the top of my head how it works, but very fun. They have a little combat thing of you have a big boss that you got to chase around, and you're doing tricks, and you do a series of tricks. You build a combo meter that as you do more tricks, the time to get the next trick off gets faster and faster and faster. And then you have a stomp mechanic. So you do a trick, and then you stomp that trick to the ground, and that's your combo ender, and that acts as an attack that builds up your combo to defeat a monster. That's been mostly for
I
bosses,
got
but
I
yeah,
want to say I got this from you for Christmas. I have it installed. I just need to get to playing it.
probably. Yeah,
Um,
um, and
um,
this game has a fantastic vibe. I was expecting, hey, here's just a dark vibe, and then you skate through a world. But like, this guy clearly had fun making his story, and has a very specific vibe going on.
I- it it almost feels like a Suda 51 game just looking at it.
Kinda.
Like like I was just like, this feels like the man behind Let It Die got really into skateboarding.
Yes, yes. And the story is you are a demon among demons, and the moon is keeping everyone awake, and that sucks. So I'm gonna go eat the moon. Why are you eating the moon? Fuck you. Shut up. We're eating the moon, all right? And
So,
And it's gonna be
see,
lit.
this is selling me on the game. Thank you.
it's
I appreciate that.
it's fun. I love the vibe of this game. It's funny. Again, it just seems like someone who was having a real great time making this world that is silly and also has just immaculate vibes. When there's like poetry happening in it. I love this game so much. This is you want to talk about your games to get to know me. This is in my top 15, and the more time I spend with it is threatening to go into top 10.
It does look
Hell
like a
yeah.
very Aaron game.
It's yeah. I was gonna say, look at this. I'm like,
It's
this
like,
is
yeah,
Aaron
there's
is fuck video
Skate,
game.
but Skate story
Yeah.
is exactly what Aaron's looking for.
Yeah,
Fair.
I was my expectations of this game were not where it ended up, and so I'm stoked to play more of it. Ugh.
I mean, that's kind of how the altars worked out for me, because I looked at it as like, this is not what I'm used to. Okay, whatever. And then I tried it on Game Pass, like, what is it about this game that keeps calling to me? And then I bought it, and
Yep.
yeah, loved
God,
it.
speaks to my soul. Ugh. Yep.
I like how I feel like there's always games that have that where it's just like it's something about it that just speaks to your heart.
Yes.
And
Where
you
you're just
don't
like,
know,
yes.
and you don't know the words. You just know the feeling.
Right.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
God.
It's like I put into words. It's like, yeah, that sounds like every great game that you ever said. And I was like, yes, but you don't understand. It's different.
Right.
But how is it different? It's just so difficult to put an emotion into words.
Mhm.
All right, Aaron, what is your number one?
All right, my number one.
Aaron Reynolds, Game of the Year 2025.
So, Skate Story captured my heart and soul. I love that game. I think it's fantastic in a number of ways, and for it to be an indie title is unreal. This game, you know what? Let's just get into it. Let's just talk about it. The number one game is Split Fiction.
Really? Okay. All right.
They
Bronson's been caught off guard.
I have.
they did it again.
I know that you've been. I know you've been digging it while you've been playing it. I didn't know this much.
I mean, okay, so you want to get the things out of the way that I don't feel as strongly about. We've talked about it in the Let's Play, which you should watch, by the way. We have a Let's Play of this going on. And
Our Let's Play channel that you should all go check out. I will link it in the chat. Give me a minute.
Yes. The writing is not amazing. There's a number of times where I'm like eye rolling at it, but in a way that's like, this was something that was made for like, I don't know, 10-year-olds to enjoy, 12-year-olds, and that makes sense, and that's fine. I'm old enough and have experienced enough that like this isn't necessarily for me in terms of writing, but whatever.
It needs more satanic books.
It really does, you know. We need a common enemy to hate that isn't just a AI CEO, because that just started. You know, you hate him from the start.
Oh. Yeah, like
It's
this
not as
book
fun.
in that last game is just
That book is
the
is
worst.
fun to hate. That's a good time. But this along with It Takes Two is just like, here's a game that like looks cool and is just fun and is very simple, but that simple way to play the game can be adapted into so many different ways, and just getting to experience different ways of playing this game every couple of minutes it's so engaging. It keeps me kind of locked in at all times as to what we're doing. And there's serious bits, there's lots of funny bits. Well, not lots, but this game it will happily turn you into a pig that turns into a sausage, and you're just hearing the voice actors like ah, ah.
And then yeah, just oh god,
silliness. But the set pieces come fast and they're cool as hell. And yeah, I've said this a number of times during our Let's Play, but it's like I kind of wish like not everyone. I don't want it to be like parrying took over and dodge rolling took over all video games, but I'd like a couple more franchises to come up and kind of take advantage of. Here's some simple controls. Here's a simple way to understand the game, and we're going to apply it to a bunch of shit that is applied throughout.
I think what you're describing is like mainline Nintendo games.
To
like
a degree, I think this does it more, in a way that I enjoy more. Like the Mario. I haven't played Donkey Kong Bonanza, but my experience with Mario has been like. That applies, but just not to the degree that this does. This pushes it to 11, and I love that.
I love the amount of variety in here. There are some segments I like more than others. Or like fucking are like way too long. Like that pinball segment we just did. I was like, Jesus Christ, this is going on forever.
It went on forever because that one was a little more difficult to comprehend quickly for a game that moves from one mechanic to another pretty quickly.
Or like the one that's showing on screen right now, the monkey and the fairy. I'm like, Jesus Christ, guys, please, let's just get this over with. But then there's a lot of them that I really dug, like the Halo Cyberpunk one, the Prince of Persia one, the Nightmare Candyland Dentist. I actually like the side stories a little more than I like the main line, because the side stories are so short, like that kite one we did or the space one.
Right.
And they're all so inventive and like just have such a positive energy, and the fact that they don't monetize it in a predatory way, like only one person needs to buy the game.
Yes.
And then you can friend pass to the other, and then on top of that, it has it's fully cross-play across systems. You can both go Steam, you can both PlayStation and Xbox. You can go PC and PlayStation, PC and Switch.
Yep.
So that's nice. And then the fact that it just is easy to run on every platform, it looks great. It kind of checks all the boxes. I guess my big complaint with it is just like, I am getting exactly what I expected for the most part, outside of a couple of weird moments in the side stories, like the hot dog one.
Sure.
Like this is exactly kind of what It Takes Two was. I still want to go back and play A Way Out with you, because I'm just like, I wonder if that game was also this.
Right. Yeah. Curious. Yeah, at this point, I would like them to beef up the writing a little bit, but I understand if they don't. But I am now like looking forward to every installment that they do with this approach. It's something I would like to see in a couple more games.
Yeah, I really dig this. I always loved when a game does this. Like Guacamelee had a similar thing where it's like every hour or so you're getting some crazy new toy to play with. I feel like the Ocarina of Time style Zeldas did that for a while. I feel like there are a handful of games that do this, but I think this goes to Anthony's point about focus, where so few games have a focus on whatever their core thing is, and it just ends up, whenever they do try to do something like this, it ends up being just a blob, an unappealing blob. Right. And that's a real bummer. But that's why this game is so great. This game barely didn't make my list.
Right.
It was in that I was like looking through my range, which was 7 to 10, was like a battle between like 8 games, and this is one of the ones that I dropped.
Hey, it's how it goes.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was like Skate Story was as close to me as you could get this year, and this game was just a delight. Here's a team that's passionate. isn't a crazy huge AAA studio making something fun and looks cool and keeps me entertained throughout. I would.
It's
like
only
to
$50 too. It's only $50.
Again, $50 for only needing one person to buy it, and yeah, this also has a skateboarding, snowboarding portion in it briefly. This year has been a good year for the boarding
That's the theme
crowd.
here. Like let me go through Aaron's list. You know, like you look at the top part of Aaron's list, it's like skateboarding,
Yep.
Mario Kart, rail grinding. Okay, Monster Hunter is unique. Sword of the Sea, you're on board. Skate Story, you're on board. Split Fiction has skating.
And I didn't get a chance to pick up Tony Hawk's 3 and 4. That probably would have been on there. I wanted to get around to Star Overdrive, and I never got to, but that would probably be on here if I played it. Probably towards the bottom half. I don't know, but
that's kind of me with Marvel Cosmic Invasion and Octopath Traveler 0. I'm like, those probably would have been on my list had I got to them.
Yeah, exactly.